Question, why am I wearing a fur hat inside? Back in 30 seconds. Hey, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. It's 27 degrees outside, but with the wind chill factor in some areas around here, it might feel like 10, it might feel like 9, it might feel like 5, but baby, it's cold outside, and I'm going to have me some, well, it's not coffee, it's not tea, it's actually water. How's everybody doing today? And I hope that this live show, eventually video, finds everybody doing well. We got a lot to talk about. Let me grab a sip. Wow. In a minute, I'll get to the comments, but I want to let you know I'm super excited about this show. Why? Well, you can see I'm in green. I got my aunt's little wreath on that she had crocheted many years ago. Bless her heart. I got my red blankie behind me. It's cold outside. I am festive as festive can get for the moment of right now. Right in my hands, I have much information on super duper free stuff you're going to be able to find right here on this platform for FREE. I took the time to research this stuff, and I have to say, some of the stuff are my personal favorites. Because this is not a long live feed, I'm going to check the comments right now. So let me give it an old taparuno. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon. Yay, Adam. Hey, good afternoon, Adam. Hi, Granny Prepper. How are you? Good morning. It's 30 degrees by you too. Woo, it's cold out there, but it's very apropos for the holiday. Hey, Steve Young, how you doing? Good morning to everybody. I am super stoked about everything I have to talk about. So I encourage anyone who is interested to grab a pen, and I'll give everybody a minute to do so. Has everybody completed their grand finale of shopping? And that's the other reason why I'm not going to hold you up too long on this live feed, because I'm sure a lot of people are playing Elf on a Shelf today. But I have to suggest something. There are a couple of things that you can do besides the free entertainment. Okay, and I'm going to mention them. Number one, there is not one person viewing this. If you're viewing me right now on YouTube, then this means everyone can have a little bit of a fireplace going on in their life. Even if they do not own a fireplace. Yeah. I'm just going to mention all these things. And hopefully you have a pen. Hey, Wanda, how you doing? Good morning, everybody. Pam, there she is. Good morning. How are you? And Steve again. Adam, all shopping, you're done. Great. All gifts are wrapped up just a little to top up shopping next week. Sounds good to me. Now, I want to get back to you momentarily about this Yule log. Everybody here can have a fireplace. Whether you live in the city, you don't own a fireplace, you live in a tiny room by yourself, you can have a fireplace. You can have that Yule log going. And if you have a pen, write this down. You can go to the quote, burning fireplace with crackling fire. Now, I saw a lot of these fires, okay, these fireplace things. They're all beautiful, every one of them. I just happened to randomly, my eye caught this one in particular. Your eye could catch whatever one you like, but it'll bring you to the neighborhood of the ones you might like. This one was gorgeous. Burning fireplace with crackling fire. It doesn't have music. You hear the fire going. And this is something you may want to put on today when you're baking cookies, when you're wrapping gifts, when you're communicating with your friends and family on chat, just to keep it in the background. Even if it doesn't really warm you up like this, like in the 27 degree sense, it'll warm your heart. It'll warm your soul. So by all means, check out those freebie fireplaces right here. Free, F-R-E-E. And we like free around here now, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, another thing I strongly suggest. Now I'm going to get into a recipe show either tomorrow or Monday. Okay, so that is completely separate. However, there is one. Channel that I'd love you to check out these cookies because I made them a year ago. I have to tell you, they're really, really good. All you have to do is head on over to the Jenny Can Cook channel. Now, just to mention, this Jenny is a familiar Jenny. She's Jenny Jones from if you recall, the Jenny Jones show back in the day. This lady can cook. Anyway, I did this recipe so I could personally attest. It is simple. It is delicious. I can't say it's nutritious, but it's good. Very festive. And the name of the recipe is called Easy Snowball Cookies. Yeah, 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 yeah. You may want to check it out. Good morning, Life with Granny T. How you doing? Hope that this show finds everybody doing well. Now listen, either you may want to write it down or you just want to replay the show. I have so many shows that you may want to check into this weekend. I don't even know if you have enough time this weekend. That's the beauty part, because you could spread these shows out in the next few days. So let's get started. Now, this is called the Judy Garland Christmas Special, 1963. What a treasure trove. It includes all the old commercials. It brought me back to a simpler time, albeit I was about 4 years old when it came out. But it was certainly a lot of fun to watch. I highly recommend this. It's like a piece of history. You may want to check it out. I grew up with variety shows, things like Ed Sullivan, the Dean Martin Show, the Smothers Brothers, this type of show, Glenn Campbell, variety shows, Andy Williams. These shows ruled when I was a child. Now, for those that have never seen them, you may want to look at it as a piece of history. You might even like it. So therefore, check out Judy Garland Christmas Special 1963. So make note of that. Now, the next show I personally love. Now, you know by now, well, hopefully, that I love to watch Father Knows Best. And every year I look forward to this particular show. Now, right now, you could get it for free right now. But I don't know if you could get this episode for free in a week. So therefore, you may want to check it out. I hope you do. There's a lot of meaning to this show. You're going to love it. Father Knows Best, The Christmas Story, 1954. 1954. All the cast that we're familiar with, the same people, the ones that we love. And yes, Mr. St. Nick influence is involved in this show. You really, really want to check this one out. And I highly recommend it. Father Knows Best, The Christmas Story, 1954. Good morning, Violet Henning. How are you? Next, this one we all grew up with. Anybody in our age bracket? So you don't have to use the excuse that it's for your grandkids. If you want to watch it because you want to watch it, this was from our era, okay? So we're the ones. Anybody 45 and up, I'm sorry, this was our era, our generation. Have no guilt, no bones about it, okay? So don't be using the excuse it's for other people. It's for you. Anyway, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, 45th anniversary, the full movie, free, Free. So if you're making any cookies, if you're wrapping any gifts, put these things on. Make your home very festive. Free, Free. Next, this takes me back to a time of watching my mom and dad thoroughly enjoy this variety show. And even as a child, I was fascinated by it. It's called the Lawrence Welk Christmas Show, 1966. Can I tell you something? Some of the greatest things came away from 1966. A lot of the music, the epic TV shows. You may want to check this out. Lawrence Welk Show, 1966. Good morning, Walter. How are you today? Christmas greetings from Northeast Ohio. Hey, Pam, are all of these shows you've mentioned on YouTube? Yes, that's why I'm here. I'm bringing you good tidings. I'm telling you, this is the purpose of today's show. Everything I'm mentioning is on YouTube right now for Free. What did I say? on YouTube right now, FREE. You know how much we like free. We're a frugal channel here. Okay, next. Okay, the fireplace. Oh, who likes Petticoat Junction? Who unfortunately missed this morning's episode because it was on 5 o'clock my time? Yeah, well, you know, some things, but I did see it. I happened to see it, okay? All right. If you missed the Petticoat Junction episode, guess what? You get to see it. Petticoat Junction Cannonball Christmas. This was hilarious as well as heartwarming. I love the Petticoat Junction. Who didn't like Petticoat Junction growing up? I'm telling you. And next we have the Andy Williams show, Andy Williams Christmas show, once again, 1966. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. By the way, in addition, we also have a movie, okay? And the movie is called A Christmas Carol. It's in full length. It's a full-length one. The one with George C. Scott. That was a beautiful version. I mean, there were so many wonderful versions, and I actually loved every single one of them. But this one, there has a little extra special zip to it. A Christmas Carol, George C. Scott. It was released, I believe, in 1984, free in its entirety. There are so many things. I believe there was a Mr. Magoo Christmas. I believe the Flintstones one. I'm just giving you guys food for thought, okay? Now, what's going to happen is that it is my utmost hope, that after this broadcast ends, and within 1.5 hours of the broadcast copy, the replay being back up on the air, that I will hope to attach everything I mentioned, the links, in either the description box or in the comments section. You know what? I think I'll just put it as part of a pinned post in the comment section. So look forward to all those links that I just mentioned. Another thing that I enjoyed growing up. Tell me if you're in agreement with this. I love shows like the King Family. Anybody out there watch the King Family? I was a little kid. And I was impressed with this because I know my parents, you know, loved all this kind of stuff. I didn't want to just add the stuff that we all know. We love them. And yes, I believe you can get Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. For some reason, I don't have it written down. Check it out. I believe you could get the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that we all know and love. You could check it out and do some research on your own. Let me know if there's something that I'm missing. I know there's a ton of stuff that I'm missing. Let me see what's up here. Comments. Aw, Pam. No, please, Pam. You don't have to thank me. It's my utmost pleasure. It's my utmost pleasure to do this. My pleasure. Walt, let me thank you for being here, Pam. Walt, you grew up watching Lawrence Welk. Me too. Your ma always liked the accordion player, Myron Florian. Yes. It was just fun. And it was just like it was like a fun, lighthearted thing, and nice, clean, good fun, good stuff. Michigan lady, please don't to give Jan a thumb. Oh, I love you too. You know, you're very kind to say that, Michigan lady. I oftentimes, and this is my fault, I oftentimes forget to enter my call of action, and that's on me. I don't know if it's too late for me to enter my banner here. Let me see. I'll try. Okay. There. That's very kind of you. There you go. Thank you so much, Michigan lady. Yeah, put on the old ticker. I really appreciate every single one of you. You're so kind. Violet Henning, who will be on this show. In my country, we don't see any of those, but every year, just before Christmas, we see Home Alone. Then on Christmas Day, they always show Dinner for One. That's wonderful, Violet. Well, you know what? Guess what, Violet? If I enter the links, which is my intention, guess what? You get to see everything I just mentioned. How about that? Walt, A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott is the most faithful adaptation of the Dickens novel. I tend to agree with that, Walt. The film was shot in Shrewsbury, England. where your grandmother Sarah lived before World War II. Very, very nice. Very nice. Pam, I watched Lawrence Welk with my parents and grandma. Happy memories. You know what I remember? It's funny. You remember that, and I remember certainly sitting around with the family watching Lawrence Welk as a small child. I remember it was almost every year that my father would have on the King family special in the background, and he'd be putting up the tree. Now, we say putting up because back in the day, people put up a tree, like put it up. Who remembers this? I'm not just referring a real tree. I'm referring artificial tree, not like the beautiful, already done up artificial trees of now. These things were a kit. It had a pole. It had holes in it. You had to match the branch with the hole in it. And we're like little kids, like looking like, oh, daddy's like the most amazing man on planet Earth making this tree. It was like the music was in the background. My father was literally putting up the tree, watching him go row by row by row. And the big honor, of course, was who's going to get to put the angel up on top or the star. Remember that? Who went through that? Similar experience. I'll never forget it, and I treasure it to this day. Adam, have been to Shrewsbury years ago, traveled there from Swansea. I don't know if I'm saying it right, forgive me, by train on St. David's Day. Well, that had to be special and memorable for you. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. Who would like to share a Christmas tree putting up moment with me? How many of you get a thrill, even just walking by those Christmas tree lots, watching people sell them? Even if you never bought one, just walking by and smelling the pine trees, just smelling those trees. I mean, it's just, you know, even those cute little ones that come in the pot that you bring home. There's nothing like a living tree. Of course, mainly I had the artificial ones for, you know, for safety growing up, because you got to be very, very, very precautious, you know, with the trees. By the way, before I forget to mention to you, if you would like the feel of walking around Rock Center, Rockefeller Center, 30 Rock, where the famous tree is, there are many live streaming shows that have been past broadcast. Look it up, and you will find people taking you on walking tours. I think that recently somebody went on a walking tour from Bryant Park all the way up to Rockefeller Center. I think in the last 24 hours, take the old thumbmaroonies and type it in and check. There's a plethora of fun stuff. I felt a compulsion to do this live show today to bring everybody this information because many of us didn't know. Did you know that you could get the little drummer boy on here? Remember watching that growing up? I do. I do. So there's a Dean Martin special. Just type in the things that you might be interested in, and you may be amazed to find them. How much does it cost? A minute of your time. But as far as I know, mainly FREE. Everything I mentioned to you is free. Okay, so my Christmas gift to you is I mention this to you, and I will try to get up all the links so that even people who normally do not get these broadcasts can at least click on the link and get a feel for it. So I want to take, anybody have any questions or comments before I go? Because I know you guys are slicing, dicing, wrapping, and tapping. I know it. It's the Saturday before Christmas. Let me see. Pam, you watch Lawrence Welk. Oh, I'm so glad that you had those happy memories. Very, very good. Walt saying to Adam, he wished America revived passenger train service. He'd love to revisit England and possibly entire UK. Excuse me. Life with Granny T. Wait a minute. Life with Granny T. The Lawrence Welk dances were part of the Mickey Mouse Club. Really? Were they? I didn't know that. How do you like that? Steve Young. Annette and Chubby come to mind. Yeah. How do you like that? Oh, you mean coming? Yeah, I got a little confused myself. I said, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let me mention a cute little trick that I learned from G. Willikins. I learned this trick from the Martha Stewart. One of those Martha Stewart shows about 1 decade ago. But I have to use something as an example. You take an ordinary scissor, you take a Christmas card, okay? You cut the Christmas card into your typical Christmas tree shape, okay? You make 2 of that, okay? You cut one of the trunk, the bough of the tree, with a straight line up. You slide it over the top of which you made a straight line down. You fit the 2 together, and you have like a 3-dimensional tree ornament, and you just poke a hole and you hang it somewhere. FREE. I was going to make one earlier, but I got sidetracked because I had to take care of something earlier, and I got sidetracked. But that pretty much is it. Maybe before the next live, I'll have one completed, and you could just use some, some old cards. It could be an old birthday card, or something that, like, say your dentist sent you a birthday card and you really don't care about it, but you could cut up one of those. Don't tell the dentist I said that, however. Let me see. Walt, you remember the Little Drummer Boy, Rankin and Bass production. The Hallmark Hall of Fame featured that program. English actress Greer Garson was the narrator. Correct. Hey, good morning, Sue. How are you? You're not late, Sue. You're here. You had farm chores. You had farm chores? That's cute. That's nice. I like hearing stuff like that. I really do. It's interesting for me to hear stuff like that. Thank you. And thank you all for taking the time to come by. It's really, really very kind of you. But I said, there's no way I'm going to let the Saturday before Christmas go by. You could find Perry from my travels. You could find Andy Williams specials. You could find Perry Como specials. There was just so many things to list. I figured I'd give you like the basis of this. And then you guys, the sky is the limit. Just check them out. And I'm glad that everybody seems to be doing well. Walt, the Andy Williams Christmas special and the Red Skelton Christmas shows. Very, very good. You know what I love about these shows? They take me back to a calmer time. A time when we were less concerned about other things. And by the way, before I go, I want to impart this point. Take this time right now. Enjoy this moment of right now. That wonderful feeling the week before Christmas. Soak in that magic. Soak in that family feel. Do those things that bring you joy. We're doing it for a reason. We know the reason for the season. It's why we do it. I hope that's why we're doing it. All of this. That should be the reason. But take that time and do it and enjoy your season. No matter what, we have to be a bit, we can learn a lot. Before I go, we can learn a lot from the story of the folks in Whoville, from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Grinch tried. The Grinch tried really badly, taking the presents, taking the trees, tried to take, but guess what? That Grinch could not take the actual joy from the folks from Whoville. They still woke up on Christmas morning singing. We have to do that. We will do that. We will wrap our gifts no matter what. We will sing songs of praise no matter what. We will play our music no matter what. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we will do. And we'll watch some great TV for free. Bake some cookies, call a friend, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Michigan Lady, thanks for sharing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Pam, love you. Yes, thank you for sharing this with all. I looked forward to it. Oh, wait, before I forget, there's some OZZIE and HARRIET stuff too. If you like OZZIE and HARRIET, go for it. Go for it. There was one episode, OZZIE and HARRIET, type it in, called The Fruitcake. Now, to me, I remember the name OZZIE and HARRIET. I was a little kid when it came out. I vaguely remember it, but of course I was too young to understand. But I'm watching it now, like really, literally for the first time, these episodes. They're so cute. They're so cute. OZZIE and HARRIET, The Fruitcake. I didn't know Don DeFore was in there. I love Don DeFore. Aw, love you so much. Aw, Merry Christmas, Granny Prepper. Thank you for being there. Wanda, Merry Christmas to you too. Steve, You do? You love Ozzy and Harriet, Steve? Wow, that's very cool. So, wow. You know, I know this. My viewers got very good taste. I mean, just saying, just saying. So listen, I'm going to go now, but I will be back. And I'll, send a notice as to the next time coming back live, okay? Oh, and thank you, Brandon Neely, for sending your grandma's recipe, because I have to do that recipe show where it's exclusively recipes. All this will happen way before the big day. And Steve and I are working on a time of day for our live. Yes, we're coming on live with the help of Jesus on Christmas Day. Going to have some trivia. So if you have a chance, tune in. If you do not have a chance, we understand. You could always get us back on playback in the future. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a brutal year. Well, yeah, I sure agree. But we're better than that. We're better than that. We're bigger than that. We're here. We're strong. We're going to enjoy this Christmas. Guess what? Anyway, the 1950s, Steve, your favorite decade. Very cool. Do I blame you? Sue, oh, warmed up to a beautiful, warm, balmy 22 degrees. Woo! Wow. Well, we love your presence. We love giving the recipes out. Well, Merry Christmas 2020 to one and all. Christmas love and light from Jesus. Yes. And all of our loved ones in heaven and on earth. Well, I have no bones about saying it. Merry Christmas to one and all. And I'll be back when? Real soon. Have what? Have a great day.